Do you think that there is any possibility that we are likely to see that? Are you optimistic that that secure corridor could be achieved in the near term?
Well, I do hope so, because it's not just the Ukraine's issue, that the issue of the food security of the world. So I do hope that the politics and everything will be behind the people's lives, and the people's lives would be put as a priority in front of everything that is happening. So I am cautious optimist in that respect, and I do hope that the corridor would be opened, but this is a short-term solution anyway, when you have to persuade Russia to do that every time, and them bargaining on that. You see, that's not a long-term solution for sure.
Yulia, it's an incredibly challenging time for everybody in Ukraine. That is clear. And I don't want to diminish the suffering that people are experiencing across the country, and especially in the east at the moment as the offensive continues. But I'd just like to ask you about your business and your position going forward. Are your customers being sympathetic? Are your lines of credit still firm? Is your business going to survive this experience?
We're doing everything for the business to survive. I would say we have lost about 50% of our production and revenues, though we are working together with the cabinet of ministers as a big business. We try to propose what we can for the Ukraine reconstruction and for the business to continue going. So that effectively means that we are discussing plans for the future, as well as for today, how we do survive as a business these days. And there are complex of measures that are being discussed. Well, I can elaborate on some of them.
Let me ask you another question, because we are short of time and we will have to move on. But you are in Kyiv, and we heard yesterday about an attack on the city. There hasn't been that kind of direct targeting for some weeks. How are you managing your personal safety, and how would you sum up the mood in the city given this recent attack?
You know, Kyiv is the most beautiful city in the world, I would put it this way, and Kyiv goes on, irrespective of everything. Unfortunately, not all the offices are open, because then the employer has to take the responsibility for all the people. And during the wartime, only the government can do so, and all the people have to follow what actually what the government advises to. So we do have difficult times working online in most of the cases. Some of the people are in the offices, but it makes it difficult, to restore the work as it was before war. So we have to be very flexible. We have to adjust all our processes and everything, and we have to take as many safety measures as possible. Unfortunately, not all the buildings are accommodated for, bombing and all this kind of stuff. But we do try our best.